Hello dear friends, let's talk about problems of Ford Fiesta. Ford the Fiesta does not belong to particularly problematic cars. If it weren't for a lot of body corrosion issues, there would probably be a better opinion on Ford Fiesta. They are not so common, but we will highlight a few standard problems. The water pump may fail ahead of time, so pay attention to the strange sounds from the engine when in the back. Note, the water leaks in the cap at the feet of the driver and front passengers, which is a sign that the pollen filter needs to be replaced. It has also rarely happened to fail a power steering, which is not cheap to repair. Generally a reliable car, not as expensive to buy as a used car or even for later maintenance. ECUs are sometimes unreliable, resulting in poor engine performance. Problem: fuel pipe problems are quite common in Ford Fiesta manufactured between July 2004 and February 2005. This error resulted in the recall of vehicles as the pipes were not installed in the specification and could cause fuel leaks. Solution: installing a new pipe will correct the problem. Widespread problems with EAC, electronic accelerator control. Problem on 1.25 and 1.4 petrol engines. Diagnosis identifies the throttle position sensor as a problem. It may be due to a corrosion in one of the connectors. Make sure that gasoline engines have had regular oil changes at least every 10 kilometers. If not, irregular replacement can accelerate premature engine wear. Clutch. On gasoline versions, it can wear the clutch very quickly, sometimes less than 20 kilometers. Plugs, electric coil installation and spools can be damaged when water from the sprinkles reaches the engine. Fuel supply problems for gasoline and diesel engines. Petrol running unevenly, power down and choking in the spring of 2003. The cause was found to be due to poor ECU engine contact. Gasoline engines, alternator damage, lambda sensor defect, idle engine problem. Power steering. On many models, the 1.4 TDCI eats the power tube and the power oil leaks. The risk of losing management. On 1.4 TDCI diesel fuel water diesel engines, there is also a common problem with the loud gear belt tensioner, indicating the need for replacement. 1.4 TDCI, the engine also suffers from fuel leakage problems. Usually in such a situation, it helps to replace the injector seals. The culprit symptom is the intense smell of fuel in the car as well as high diesel consumption. It can cause start-up problems. Oil is leaking at 1.6 TDCI engine. 1.6 TDCI engines suffer from poorly made measuring rods of oil. The plastic end can fall into the crankcase. 1.6 TDCI heaters can be a problem. For vehicles equipped with a TDCI engine of 1.6, more frequent oil leakage occurs on the sealing elements. In 1.6 TDCI diesel engines, frequent coolant leaks on the plastic thermostat housing the plastic deforms. 1.6 TDCI, the turbine oil line blocks the oil supply, causing the turbine to malfunction. The transmission is mainly about leaking gearbox oil and hydraulic fluid from the clutch pump. During the inspection, You must make sure that no drops of liquid appear below the car. Check that automatic transmissions are shifting quietly and smoothly. Can be a reason for complex and expensive repairs. Shift automatic gearbox clutch. Wheel bearings may be a problem. Their poor condition is revealed by a loud roar or rumble while driving. Henning. On the first models, steering wheel vibration up to 120 km per hour requires wheel balancing. Unwanted noise. On pre-restyling models, the finish is not perfect. This causes noise on the board and in the back seat. All vehicles have water retention in the door due to clogging or closed drainage openings at the bottom of the door side. The three-door version has a problem with the seat lift mechanism. A common problem with the electronic throttle valve or electronic pedal as suggested by the engine failure lamp. In initial models, a common problem is with the climate control unit. Problem with air distribution valves. Often individual flaps do not want to close/open, so the air blows is in only one or more areas. Alternator problems. The instrument cluster and lamps and hence clockwise fork due to poor mass. Problem with incorrect fuel gauge, which might seem like a minor problem, but on long trips it can become a serious problem. Ford had a problem with the corrosion of the body of its models. The Ford Fiesta is an exception, and they can rust too fast. This is why you have to look very closely at the edges of the door, bumper, hood and boot lid. This is where brown spots appear, superficial corrosion exhales.
Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and if you're the owner of this car, then share your experience. It will help others to choose a car. Goodbye.